Hey, Blunty. See, I didn't add that extra L. Yay. Alright, let's see. Gun control. Yeah. It's, pretty easy for Americans to own guns, and I had even heard some laws stating that they were gonna have, like, school teachers or something have a license to carry guns in school. As well as the students, I think. I could have that part wrong, I'm not sure. But I instantly thought, that may not be the best choice. But then someone had brought up a pretty good point that made me think a little differently. In another country, I think it's in Switzerland, not too sure, they are required by law, every single person is required by law to have an automated weapon in their house or on their persons. I'm not so sure of that. I forget. But then, then that got me thinking, how many more criminals would go around committing crimes if they thought their victims would have guns also? I don't know. But on the subject of hunting, my grandpa hunts with a gun. Don't be mean to my grandpa. But yeah, no, when it comes to hunting, I think there's a few things that it could be. Of course, fun, sport, whatever, all those sorts of other things. But I think we all have some old instinct or something in our nature, in our very minds, that says we need to kill something. Because let's face it, people from the past, pioneers, ancestors, whatever, all killed to survive. True, we don't need to kill to survive anymore. Well, some of us. I've read in the comments that someone couldn't get to a butcher, and that's why they had to hunt. And good on you there. That's pretty cool right there. But yeah, with today's advancement, most people can go to a butcher or a grocery store and get meat themselves. But when it comes down to it, there's gotta be something in our minds or in our general instinct that says we need to kill something. Not to feel like a man or like someone really, really big and stuff like that, but to just kind of say that we killed something, to continue on a tradition, or not a tradition or whatever that people in the past have done. I mean, I know my own self. I've always wanted to go hunting with my grandpa. I always wanted to kill a little squirrel or a deer or something like that, and then bring it home and make it out of beef jerky. Homemade beef jerky, yum. But, never really got around a chance to doing it, because then I left for boot camp and that sort of thing. Another thing, hunting with different objects other than guns, like bows and arrows. I'm not sure your left shoe would work too well, or the little tiny pieces of popcorn kernels at the bottom of the bowl. I don't think those would work out too well. I think you'd most likely be getting hurt. But bows and arrows, a group of friends back home, they popped in this DVD player that showed bear hunting. And I was like, why would you want to hunt bears? That's so horrible. And they said, watch, it's cool, you'll like it, you'll see. So they popped it in, and as I watched, it was actually pretty cool. They're all up in the trees with their bows and arrows, time, precision, and then it was actually pretty cool. One arrow through this one specific bear went through the bear, like clean in and out. I was like, oh my god. Yeah. So there's that. And then another thing I think we hunt for, the reason that we hunt, is for population control. If we all stopped hunting, imagine how much deer or ducks or elk or moose or whatever, how much more of those animals would be there? They would actually overpopulate the earth. There would be more of that animal than there would be of people. Now, that kind of leads me into human population and population control on the human part. I think China was doing that, but I think they weren't doing such a very good job because they were only allowed to have one kid, and it had to be a boy or something like that. And now there are more boys there than there are girls, so they have to kind of even that out a bit. Not sure if all that's true. I'm just telling you what I hear. That's what I know. That's what I hear. So yeah. Yeah, I think that's about it. If I think of anything else, I'll do another video response. But other than that, oh, actually, I thought of something else. They hunt with a gun. That does not make them a pussy. It does not. It just. Whoa, my grandpa, he never hunted ducks with a gun. I don't think. No, he just hunted elk and deer, elk and deer. Yeah, elk and deer. But yeah, I do agree that is a little bit unfair, but I don't think that necessarily makes him a pussy. I mean, how else would you hunt for ducks? Slingshot? Actually, ooh, that actually wouldn't be a bad idea. I'll have to talk to my grandpa about that, see if he's thought of anything else other than the hunt with... Actually, he has tried bow and arrows. He still does bows and arrows. But yeah. That's about it for me. I'm done. Adios.